we'll do that.
3 teenagers, Leandre Rashad Cox, Cedrick Terrell Bowie Jr., and David A. Foster Jr., were charged in connection to the murder of Jacorrie McCullough, which occurred on March 25, 2022, outside a Popular store in Ocala, Florida. Here are the interrogations from the case.
Need water or anything? Gatorade? Gatorade? Blue, red, orange?
Hey, I'm just putting these on you. It's just for security because people like to run, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're gonna run or anything like that, but you have to do it as precautionary. Just don't try to, let me loosen that up a little bit for you. Just don't kick your feet because I don't want them to tighten up on you or anything, because it might be pretty tight on your leg. Okay. Let me check these and make sure these are. Yeah. Alright, we'll be back in a minute, alright?
Talk to him? Gotta talk to him. Let's say yourself. They say you can be charged with first-degree murder if you don't say something.
Yeah, he'll feel.
He said he know you didn't wasn't around who murdered. But you got to tell him, CJ, you don't want to lose your life into this system. Do you know what murder could give you?
If they charge you as an adult, you're in trouble.
Just tell him, CJ, because you ain't have nothing to do with no murder. You hear me?
It's the other way around.
You come home.
Tell on you.
They gonna tell.
They gonna try to pin it on you. I ain't
So
coming
you need to
police
tell them
officers
everything they need to know. You hear me?
Save yourself.
How old is CJ now?
14, be 15 in May.
Nephew, you be thinking that we be hard on you, but we telling you we're trying to prevent this right here. People who don't love you not gonna always be on you.
Mm-hmm.
Them people in them streets don't love you. They don't give a damn if you live or die. You too smart for that, man. Kept telling you.
I don't get why they want what they want me to tell them. Everything's on
No,
camera.
just it don't matter that it's on camera. You saving yourself.
Yeah, they can hit
you with first-degree murder. You saving yourself. Don't lie to them people. You tell them people everything they need to know. You think they gonna save you? You think them boys gonna save you? Just ask yourself that. I don't know where y'all get that G code and all that at. Because they want to save you, guess what? They would have had you on the run with them. Guess what? They left you out there for dead. You tell them officers everything they need to know. From whatever conversations y'all had, them people need to know that. That boy is dead. He ain't coming back. You got a chance out here.
Yeah.
You tell them people everything they need to know, man. That boy can't come home. He's dead. His mama got to bury him on the 9th. And the sad part about it, y'all know these people. That's the sad part about it. This is senseless. You tell them officers everything. Don't sit here and play that tough guy, all of that there, because they ain't get you nowhere. You don't want that first degree murder. You 14. You might not never see daylight no more. So that's why you tell them people, so you can come home, so you can have a chance. Don't fall up behind them, CJ, because they don't give a darn about you. They don't care about you. Trust me.
But to the state attorney, I'll say, yeah, he cooperated.
Yeah, he cooperated.
But you don't cooperate with them, they won't.
Yeah, they gonna put
the
you.
max.
You gonna get the same thing them boys gonna get. But that was
I don't
wrong.
want to see you like that.
None of us want to see you like that. People who love you gonna always be on your case. People who don't care about you, they don't care what you out there doing. Your whole life could be gone, man. A robbery don't never go as planned. That boy could have been, y'all could have been dead.
It wasn't going to be no robbery. We were just going to start to get some blunt.
That's what I'm saying, baby.
I shouldn't even be in this position.
Exactly, but it's the people who you was with,
Yeah.
baby. That's why you got to let them people know what's the real deal. Because, like you say, they got cameras.
You just going to the store, but you didn't know that one jump off. But the boy did. That's why you might have going for the blunt. He wasn't going just for no blunt. He was going
Nobody-
he knew that boy was to that store.
Yes, he did. Them people know everything
Yes,
they
he
talking
did.
about.
Yeah,
Trust
order
me.
your-
They
yeah,
got everything. They
yeah,
know.
you got order
So
your-
that's why we saying, don't even come here do no lying.
Yeah.
No, these people know what they talking
So
about.
it come
These
from-
people just
come
can't
from
charge
that
you for no
Facebook
reason.
Argument between
So don't come
that
in here
boy
lying to
mama
these people.
and that boy that died. Got
These
killed.
people, they educated. And before they do anything, they got all their dots
It was
in
a
line.
beat- it was a
And you can
beat
believe
that the
that.
mom and the boy was
So
having,
we ain't finna
and
even
her
start
son took
it
it
up.
up.
Hello?
They-
I gotta get off the
it's
phone
no
call. I'm in the
secret.
interrogation room. And I can't be on my phone.
It's
Yeah,
no-
don't even start lying. You need to tell them people just what they need to know.
See, you might not
From
know
point
where
A
he
to
was
point B.
going
Because
from.
one thing about it, they know everything.
They already know.
Everything, baby.
They're gonna see if you can cooperate with them.
You need to cooperate. We love you, and I'm going to do everything I can possibly for you, but you got to want to help yourself.
Don't mind come see you for a few years, because you won't get some time. now.
Oh, yeah,
don't
you
get
going
that
to
money.
jail. You going to do that, but help yourself.
'Cause you don't want to go for no
That boy is
30 or
dead.
40
He can't
years.
come back home to
By
his
the time
mama.
You, come home,
You get to see your mama. He can't. He can't.
How you think his mama felt she had to come down here and get her son?
This her second son done got killed here in Ocala.
What?
Yeah, this her second son. Within a year. Behind the same thing, jealous people. That's wrong. You don't do that.
You might
Tell them
have-
officers everything they
Yeah.
need to know so you could come home.
Would-
But you gonna do some time.
Oh, yeah.
But at least you won't be doing life without parole.
Yeah,
Do you know what first degree murder give you? Come on, so they can talk to him. He got your number to call home?
He know my number. He know it. Don't he know my number by heart?
352-287-356.
You know mine by heart, so you can call?
Yeah.
I got to tell him he hungry too. I'm going to see could I bring you McDonald's, but they probably give you something to eat. All right, so the officers could do their job, man.
If you tell them people, cooperate with them officers. Don't get them to run around, okay? Okay, CJ? CJ, talk to people. You don't want to go to prison for life. You're just 14 years old. You could do 5 or 6 and get out to life. You understand that? You got to learn to look out for yourself. Looking out for yourself is not being closed now, call yourself honor code with them boys. They ain't got no honor code with you. You hear me? And I love you. Just do that for me, okay? You do that. And they coming in after I go out, but you need to cooperate with them.
Bowie. I'm Detective Kern. Okay. Me and you are going to have a conversation, okay? During the conversation, I need you to be completely honest with me, okay? Because this is your chance, all right? We're going to work on getting you some food and some stuff here in the meantime while you and I are talking, okay? But I need you to be honest with me. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I'm not here to play games, okay? All right. But before that, I'm going to read you your Miranda rights. You ever read your Miranda rights before? Okay. Well, if you have any questions with them, let me know, okay? And I'll do the best I can to explain them to you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to execute these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights if I explain them to you? Okay.
Can I have a lawyer while I'm being questioned? Or like a lawyer while being questioned?
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Why you want to know you? Why you telling people what they need to know?
He had a little bragging all right.
Yeah.
He asked me did I want a lawyer
You
present.
You would
should've
tell
said no, I
him,
won't tell you.
understand.
Yeah.
Tell him you want to tell him. You weren't understanding what he was saying then.
But you know why
You
your
need
mama
to
got
tell him.
you know why your mama got so much time?
Let me go
She
get him.
wasn't
You
cooperating
weren't
with them
understanding what he was saying.
You wouldn't got no time when she wouldn't cooperate with them. So you got to cooperate, CJ. Help yourself. You don't need no lawyer. Cause everything on video. They know you ain't paying no property. Tell them what you was there. And then when you go to court, they're gonna assign you a lawyer anyway. But if you cooperate them down, it'll be better for you than later.
Man, what I'll have you do is sit in this chair here. All right, give me 1 second, okay?
All right. See, them boys don't skip town. They let you back in. They gone. I thought just that boy ain't know it.
There's another one.
Another what?
Boy, that was with y'all when that went off.
Pray to God, Pam don't have no heart attack. She going through it. I don't know why they told her.
Okay. So I understand there was some confusion. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read over them again. And if I was reading too fast or maybe you didn't understand something, let me know. But I'm going to read them one by one and make sure that everybody here understands what I'm saying, okay? So that there's no confusion, okay? So, all right. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Okay. You can decide at any time to execute these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.
Yes, sir.
Everybody good? Okay. Do you understand each of these rights if I have explained them to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, as I was saying, being honest right now is the best thing for you, okay? And I'm not here to play games with you, and I hope in return I don't have games played on me, all right? At the end of the day, we're here to help, but we can only help so much, okay? And some of that's got to be help from your side, okay? Tell me what happened from your side. What happened?
Okay, so we're NOP and
Okay, hold on one second. Who's where? Who's we?
you know what I'm saying, like the boy that was on the camera that I was with.
Okay.
So I was NOP.
Who is this
Who's
boy?
we?
Yeah, who? Yeah, tell me who they are, because we doesn't mean anything to me. Who are you talking about specifically?
Wasn't Robert son?
I don't know.
What's his name?
What do you call him?
I call him L.
L?
L.
Okay.
And we were going to the stove and to get blunts and stuff. We were about to smoke. We went to the stove to get blunts and
What store were you going to?
7-Day store.
Okay. So you guys were going to the 7-Day store. Okay.
And we walk up there and he run to the car, but I'm thinking that they playing, so I'm like, oh, they just playing. So I walk over there by the store thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I turn back up by the store door. I turn back around.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around, and next thing I know, all this happened, and the one thing I know is just running.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't know none of this was gonna happen. I ain't even know none of it going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, when I heard it, I looked. First thing that came to mind was just get away from all of this.
Okay. So when you and L are walking up to the store to get blunts, right? Was there anybody else with you, or was it just the two of you?
It was more. It was more than us two.
Mm-hmm.
Two other people were with me. That I don't know them.
So you're saying 4 total people were with you? You're saying 4 total people walked up to the store?
Yeah, but I don't know them.
Okay. Don't know anything about these other 2?
No, sir.
Okay. So you guys walk up to the store, and he said L ran up to the car, but you thought he was playing. Okay. When he runs up to the car, is he saying anything? Does he have anything?
Like he was saying like normal stuff that he would say to anybody else. You would think he playing, but
I'm not trying to get graphic, but like I know you say normal stuff,
What was
but
he
yeah,
saying?
babe, what's normal? Like, tell me what's normal.
Elf nigga, what was his name?
He's just like F nigga, some I need payback or something. I don't know. Payment or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what it.
So he said need payment, need payback for something.
He said I need something. I don't know.
Okay. And
There's too much going on.
No, I got you. Okay, so he ran up to the driver's side of the car, or what side of the car did he run up on?
I think it was the driver.
Okay. So he runs up to the driver's side. Did you see anybody in the car?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Okay.
I wasn't watching. I looked, seeing he opened the door. He was yelling.
Who opened the door?
Leso.
He opened the door from. So he opened the driver's door.
He opened that one. I guess so. One of those two.
Okay. But on that side of the car, he opened up one of the doors.
Yeah, because I wasn't really paying attention to them.
Okay. So what were you paying attention for? Or what were you?
Alright,
There you
let
go.
me turn it on.
So what were you? You said you weren't paying attention. So what were you doing?
Walking.
Where?
toward the store door.
So when you get towards the store door, what happens then? Because you said the first time that
Turn
like
around.
a lot of stuff was happening.
When I got to the store door, I looked around, I seen what going on with the car door was open. I seen it was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turned around, I seen all that, and I just ran.
You went inside to call them. That's why he asked you. You can't leave nothing out. Nothing out. He's not stupid.
He already
There's a
seen the
video.
videos, he know what it is.
You can't leave nothing out. That's why he said don't play games with him.
What's that?
You got to tell him.
I
Ain't
know that,
about
but
what
I
he
need-
know.
Right. I need to know why. I know that you said you're by the door and then all of this happens, okay? But I need to know what all of this is. You can't just, I mean, all of that could mean anything, you know. I need to know specifically
Yeah.
what's going on, okay? So that we can make sure that we have our story straight and everything's in line, okay? I know there's a lot going on. I know it's traumatic. I know there's a lot of, you know, probably something that shouldn't have been seen, but this is where we're at, okay? Today, this is where we are. So I need you to not leave anything out and be as descriptive as you can, okay? So when you're at the door and you say all this stuff's going on, start back from there.
Okay, so start from where I watch the door.
So when you see, you said L and is L ran up to the door, right? To the car door. You said he opened up one of the front car doors. They start arguing, right?
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
that's when I walked, and one of the boys that I ain't even know, but I guess probably cause I was walking with, you know, so I guess bro he came with a ski mask. So
Hold on
bro
one
walk up to me, and I'm like, and so that's when he was like, it's a bag in the car, and I was like, okay. So that's when I'm walking. Okay, I turn around, I'm like, oh, there's a bag. So I was like, well, all that going on, he probably won't even be worried about it. So I go inside the car. I got the bag, but he came over there. I was like, here, bro, I gave him the bag. He got his bag. They did whatever they did, and then when I heard that, I ran. So basically, that's how that happened.
Okay. Well, that's more information than what you gave me the first time. So that's kind of what I'm talking about when I'm saying we need to be transparent with one another and make sure that everything's out there, okay? But if somebody come up to me and said, hey, there's a bag in a car, I've got no business going in anybody else's stuff. So why is it that you are going in this car, and then at the end of all of this, we know the bag is missing from the car? So to me, it seems like this was kind of planned. So what exactly was in that bag that was so important?
Yeah, no idea to.
I mean, maybe not an idea, but there's obviously something particular that this bag holds that everybody's so interested in it, right? So what is in this bag? What is so important about this bag? Okay, that's not what I'm asking you. I didn't ask you if you took it. I'm asking what is so important about this bag that we had to have all of this happen over this bag.
On Facebook, his mom said that it was money and something to smoke in there. So
Whose mom?
The boy that got shot. The man that got shot. He said that. No, his mama said that it was money and something to smoke in there. So I guess,
Before all of this happened?
oh, she said on live after.
Okay. All right. So why? Okay. So you and L go up there. This is what happens, right? He goes up to the door. They start arguing. You go around. The dude in the face mask said, "There's a bag in there."
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. What's the? Do you know the guy in the face mask?
No, I don't know.
Okay. What color was his face mask?
White and black, I think.
Okay. Do you know anything about this guy? Where he lives? What his nickname is? What his Instagram nickname is? What his Snapchat is? Do you know anything about this young man?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
What happened after the shooting took place?
I ran.
Okay. Where did you go?
I ran back to OP, and that's when I had left. I had went around the side, and then I had jumped the wall and went across the field, and I went back over there across the highway, and that's when I started running back towards town.
Okay. So you ran toward you said OPE, right?
No, OP.
OP. Okay. All right. So you're running towards Ocala place.
Yes.
Okay. And then from there you jump over a wall and get into a field.
No, you know the okay, so it's the back, and that's when you know the boy I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
When I ran, I had looked back. They followed me, so I'm like, whatever. So I turn around. I go to the I go on the side. I go on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to the back, and it was like a little gate and a wall. I just jumped that.
Okay.
We went across that little field, next to the car place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then made it. Where did you go after that? Once you kind of got away from the area, where did you go after that?
I went to my friend's house.
Okay. What's your friend's name?
Hakeem.
Hakeem. Okay. And where does Hakeem live?
Over there by the Caesars.
Okay. Do you know his address, or you just kind of know where? Like, okay. Have you been there this entire time?
No, sir.
Okay. So, where have you been the last couple days?
My auntie house.
Have you been in contact with L since any of this? Are you sure? Do you have a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want you to know that I'm gonna pull every piece of information off your cell phone. Okay. Even if it's been deleted. Anything that you've ever had on that phone, I will see. And I'm not making up lies. I will see any bit of information since the day that that phone's been turned on up until right now. So I will know if you've had conversations with him. I will know if you've had Instagram conversations with him. I will know if you've had Snapchat information with anybody. So this is your time to tell me if you've spoken to him since this has happened. Okay. The day of this happening, you said you were in Ocala place, right? So when you're there the day of all of this happening, how did the two of you get together? Or why were you together? I know you said you went up to the store to get blunts, but let's talk about a little bit before that. Why are you two together? Do you guys communicate on the phone? Say, hey, come on, let's hang out. Like, what are we doing?
I don't. Anyway, I don't usually call him anyway to meet up with him or something. I probably just see him in Ocala place.
Okay, well, why are you there? If you don't live there, why are you there?
Cause I have friends out there.
Okay. But do you just go out there and see who's out there and just kind of hang out? I mean, I'm just asking because I don't know.
Something like.
Okay. Well, I mean, tell me what it's like. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I understand
right.
that you hang out there. I mean, you walk from home to go there, right?
Okay. So what was the question you asked me, Junior?
So why are you? I know you say you just go there to hang out. Okay, but
Okay.
on that day, were you there specifically to hang out with L?
No, sir. I was just out there. So I was bored and I left.
Mhm.
And I seen him. So we was chilling with each other.
Mhm.
We had to smoke. Went to the store and
Then all this happened.
this mess for no reason.
Did you see any guns?
Yes, sir.
Who had a gun?
Of course, Leto had one,
Okay.
and I think the dude with the mask.
Okay. So both of them had guns.
I think that's it.
Okay. If you had to describe L's gun to me, what would you say it was? Give me like a color and a size. If you had to describe it to me.
I think it had a tad bit of green on it
Mhm.
and silver. The rest of it was silver and probably about this big.
Okay. And how about the other guy wearing a mask?
I think all black. With a clip with a extended clip on it.
Okay.
I think.
Do you know? I know you said you saw them running behind you when you were running away. Did you see where they ended up going?
They all split up. Like when I was running, everybody started going different ways out, and I had went my way, and I had seen these two behind me,
Mhm.
but I'm gone.
Okay. Do you know what L did with the gun after the fact?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. And I just want to make sure that L, that's the only thing that you know about L. You don't, like, about how old do you think he is?
About 17.
Okay. So a younger guy?
Yeah,
So a younger guy?
he's young.
Okay. All right. And that's the only thing that you know about him? Is being L? Like his name is L, that's the only thing you know about him? Like maybe, like I said, Instagram, anything? Nickname?
No Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be on Snapchat. Don't have a Facebook. I blocked his number.
When did you block his number?
The day of all that.
Okay. So is it safe to say that you guys were communicating up until this happened? Like you guys have been in contact?
We talked to each other a few times on the phone.
Okay.
But
Okay. So you guys talked on the day of this happening?
before it happened, yes, sir.
Okay. And that's all I'm asking. I just,
Yes, sir.
because you said you had blocked him and you said you haven't spoke to him since all this happened. So I'm just trying to see when the last time you had contact with him. Okay. And again, I know you said no Instagram, no Snapchat that you're aware of, no Facebook, nothing that you're aware of other than his phone number.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And under his phone number in your phone, it's labeled as L.
No, sir.
Okay. So what's his name labeled under your
Leso.
Leso?
All of it.
Leso. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
That night, when them 3 boys came by the house, the police was following them.
3 boys.
They came in the house to sit with you. You don't remember them? The one had the ski mask on.
Oh, he has ski mask on?
Yeah. I might show him what color his mask was when I get back home.
Oh no, you too much. He been locked up.
When? When he got locked up? Before this happened?
Way before this happened.
No, he couldn't have been before this happened.
No, he locked up. He been locked up for the news.
Let me ask you this. I know that you said when Elle walked up to the car and they started arguing, and you guys you and Elle had contact up until, or on the day of, and then previously. Did he mention anything about why an argument, or why he might have not liked somebody, or anything like that? I mean, would he tell you that?
Yeah, most likely he'll probably try to be funny or something, be like, mind your business or something. So I have no idea if he told me or not, but he didn't tell me anything about why none of this happened. I didn't bother to ask either.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna step out for just a second. Do you need a water or anything? Do you want a Gatorade or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I got blue and orange. Which one would you like?
Blue.
All right. Give me just a minute. I'll bring that in for you. You guys are more than welcome to sit in here with them. Just give me just a minute.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They got the truth.
Huh?
That's the truth.
And to be completely honest, I didn't want to look at that video again. Because it got audio on it. Who said what?
So ain't nobody talk about robbing the man or nothing?
Because that's on people who said he said it.
Hold on, Ma. Did y'all have a conversation about robbing this boy?
Yes, no man.
So you just took upon yourself to go in this man's car? That don't even sound right.
The boy with the ski man is walking.
He just can't tell you what to do. He's not your daddy
No.
or your master.
No.
So the way how you talking to this man, like, you know this man, you know who was in that ski mask, you just trying
You
to,
don't say who it is.
it's just how you talking to him.
Yeah.
Your conversation don't even sound right. You see what I'm saying? You just got to listen at what you're saying.
I don't
So
know.
how you been with them all day?
Well, you don't know this man. He could make you go in somebody's car.
No.
Well, he had a gun pointed at you.
No. Well, he had one know him, but he had pointed.
But listen what I'm saying, though. How could he make you go in somebody's car?
Yeah, well, they don't actually.
You could have took off and ran when you seen this going left.
You could have left.
By you not leaving, you done put yourself in a whole murder case. So your conversation you giving this officer ain't sounding right. It's like you trying to think what to say.
Leaving out too much.
When he asks you something, when you telling a person something that's the truth, you gonna be looking that person in the eye, and your answer's gonna be coming like this.
Yeah.
You instead of talking about, they ain't crazy.
Yeah, they know.
They know everything.
They know you hold
They know everything before they even must ask you a question.
See if you gonna cooperate.
They gonna see if you gonna cooperate. When you cooperate, they can help you. They can't help you if you're not cooperating.
Wishy-washy.
They can't help you. That's why I told you don't play games with
That
that
been
man.
me. I name everybody there.
You got to name everybody that was there, what was said, how it was said, because at the end of the day, you think when they in here,
They gonna rattle your name.
they gonna, I bet you hear CJ, Cedrick, CJ. Because when your conversation first started off, you said it was just you and L.
Mm-hmm.
It was just us two, but
The other two just came along out of nowhere. They just
I
popped
guess
up.
they was with him. But
With who? With L? They couldn't have been with L. If you and L, you told this man you
Me
and
and
L.
him
first.
together. I'm with him. I'm
I
not with
understand
him.
that, but your conversation when the officer said who, you say you and L was walking to the store to get a blunt. Then you said, oh, when the man said, so it's just you and L? Oh no, it was two more. One with a ski mask. Come on now.
As hard as he was, what he doing with a ski
Come on
mask?
now.
I know he's going for something. It gotta be somebody wanted by the law already.
If something
Or they
ain't
somebody
adding
after
up
them.
and you
No,
leave,
he's just
you know, leaving out.
So who would walk around and scheme as hard as who?
He's stupid.
He's stupid.
He hot at it.
So that means
You
you
know.
know who they is then.
He's stupid. You know who
That
he is.
means you know who he is. So tell that man
If you
who
don't
he
tell
is.
that man that he gonna talk well for you to stay.
Because if you're not telling this man who he is, he's skating. You
I
locked
know- I
up.
know
I don't know his real name.
You ain't gotta know his
Give
name,
him
real
any kind
name.
of
Just
name he
tell
go
him
by.
the name you know by. You know him by a nickname.
Some kind of name. Give him
But
some
don't be
kind of
sitting here
name.
playing no games with this
Well,
man.
that
You
man
trying to
don't-
come home.
Yeah.
You still going to jail.
But you ain't gotta go the rest
You
of
ain't
your
got to
life.
go for the rest of your life though. Cause can't no way in blue green earth I walk up to you, you don't know who I am, and I'm telling you to go in this man car.
No, why don't you go in?
That's what you should have told me. You go in it
You go in
yourself.
that car.
Cause
right?
by you doing that, you knew what was going on.
And then he told me you didn't know what was in
Hey,
that bag.
you
Y'all
knew
know
what was
in that
going
bag.
on.
Somebody knew what was in that bag. That's why he told you to go get it.
Cause you had all the right. When you seen Lily up there shaking that man door,
Hmm?
you supposed to took off.
Yep. I live written.
Cause if he shaking this man door locked and cussing, how you say he cussing, you know it's finna go down.
No,
A
it's
blind
open.
man could see that.
Say yourself.
But I
son.
keep telling you,
Say
he
yourself.
ain't about that hard.
Hard don't get you
It's
away.
hard they give you
Get
nowhere.
hard prison life. That's all.
Either dead, life in prison, and you don't want neither one of them.
Mm-mm.
I don't know where you went wrong at. You was a good baby.
Yeah.
Seemed like when you hit 9 years old, it was just like your boo swing chain. You was the best one out of all Pam kids.
Mm.
You too smart for that. So stop playing with this officer. This officer going home with his family, you can't. So tell that man so he can
know
save
ain't
you
telling
some
no
type
more
of way.
truth, 'cause I didn't believe some of that stuff you were saying myself, and he got training for this. I know he didn't believe some of that stuff you were saying.
It's crazy.
You need to be honest with him, completely honest, not halfway.
You need help opening that?
If he asks you something up front,
I gotta go get my baby.
If-
Yeah, I gotta go get my baby.
Okay.
But I just told her to be straight up with you. Stop
Yeah,
beating around this
yeah,
bush.
I ain't some of that. I ain't believe myself.
Okay. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back in here with you.
Please see you tell that man, you hear me?
Be honest.
You have to come home. You gonna do some time, but at least he can help you. He can't help you if you beat around the bush, man.
Hey, Brandon. Can you walk in now? All right, man. That's Auntie and Grandma?
Yes, sir.
They want to see the best for you, man. Right? I want to see the best for you, okay? I know this is a bad situation. I know it escalated. But at the end of the day, we still got to face what the reality is, right? At the end of the day, we got to face it, okay? I've watched the video again, right? So when these two other guys are at the car, at the driver's side of the car,
Me and the other boy walk up.
okay, but you look over that way, right? You look almost like somebody's giving you some kind of sign, or you're looking for somebody to be distracted. Was that the plan? Because as soon as that happens, you run right into the back seat of the car and take the bag until they realize what's happening.
So the fight?
Before it even got to the physical fight of it, this is more like the arguing stages, right? So when you're walking towards the front of the store, right, you're looking back as if somebody's giving you a cue, some kind of sign. But as soon as that happens, you hit that back door of that car. So-
what the arguing?
Yeah, I mean, so as I already explained to you, this looks like it was pre-planned, right? Is that accurate to say? Like this was pre-planned to go up here and rob this dude.
No, sir, it was not pre-planned.
Okay, so you just out of instinct jumped into the back of that car to try to take that bag, and at the end of after the end of everything, the bag's missing.
Y'all didn't get the footage of who took the bag?
The point of the matter of who took the bag after the fact is not what we're discussing right now. The bag, you went for the bag first. You went through the back door, try to get the bag. That's when the guy seen that you had his bag, and not like you said where you gave it back to him. He kind of...
Yeah, he pushed me.
Yeah, he did. But, I mean, you went into his car and stole his stuff. So why... This was all... to me, it's all planned over whatever's in this car. This is a planned robbery. So I want to know whose plan it was and why this plan was set up.
Okay, so you asked me who, I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
So you're asking me who, why they did it?
Yeah, why this robbery was set up and who came up with the idea for this robbery.
Okay.
So we'll start with who.
Okay, so who did the robbery?
No.
Oh.
Who can, so it would be like, for an example, somebody's reaching out, or there's a, huh?
I'm really lost here.
Okay, so who came up with the idea when you guys got to the store, right, to commit this robbery? Who planted the idea, and the 3 or 4 of your ideas, or mines, I'm sorry, to do this robbery? Whose plan was this?
It was, you said look plant,
Yeah.
but this, what, okay, can I give you a scenario first?
Sure.
Just to ask, okay, so say if I wanted, say if I didn't like you, right?
Okay.
Okay, if me and my friend walk up, okay, we see you, and it's like, we didn't even, like, you like, is he really just sitting up here, like,
Mm-hmm.
like you not even knowing, like, wow, this dude is really right here, like, he right here, and like, you don't like him and stuff, but it ain't like to the point where you just wanna, like, you wanna hurt him, like, but you won't, so, but like, it's like, I don't know, it's like anger, I guess.
Okay.
It's like you mad at this person. I guess that's what
So you're
you got
saying,
going on.
so you're saying when this guy is seen, that's when it just kind of generates that we're gonna rip this dude. Like when he's seen at the store, right then and there is when, like, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing.
That's what I guess that's how he felt. I guess,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So let me ask you this: was there a conversation beforehand about doing this at the store?
No, sir.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. And again, why? Do you know why he is angry enough to want to do this? Why is he angry at this guy?
When they were arguing,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned around at the moment when I told you, he was like, I didn't know he said payback or something. I think he had said something about his mother after that, but I heard him say my mother, but I had opened the car, so
Okay. So he mentioned the word mom, mother,
mother.
and you're talking about L. L said this? Okay. All right. So let's go back to the guy in the ski mask. All right. Originally you had said that he had said, hey, look, there's something in the car, and you're like, oh yeah, there's something in the car. But he's not near you at the time that you go into the car, right? So, which means to me that maybe there's been a little bit more conversation between the two of you in the past, not necessarily on a phone, but you've seen him in the past before. So So I'd like to know who this guy is. Is he a friend of yours, just an acquaintance, somebody you've seen in the past?
He's somebody I have seen in the past.
Okay.
And his, I don't know his real name. I don't know his name. So I ain't want to give you guys me about a name. I ain't want to give it. I ain't want to tell you nothing that would be the wrong thing, mess me up.
Right. So what's his nickname? If you don't know his real name, that's fine, and you can tell me that. But what do you call him?
King.
King? Okay. You call him King. Do you know where King lives?
No, sir.
Where did King meet with you guys? Was he at Ocala Place with L?
No, sir.
Okay, so he just kind of walked up at the same time to the store. Okay, so how did you all get together?
First, I went out there. I was smoking the black, and that's when I seen L come out the cut. I like, what's up? And dab me up. Passed him black. He had we started smoking the black, whatever. And that's when I had some gas. I needed some blunts for it. And then that's when, we went to the store. But we had been seeing them boys. Them boys been came. We had went in there, go to the store. Bro was out there.
Okay, so King was already up there at the store?
No. Oh, you was talking about King?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, how did the 3 or 4, you, L, King, and this other person, how did you guys get together? Like, did y'all meet at Ocala Place?
Yeah, we all just kind of came to Ocala Place, but I wasn't with this King. I was with L.
Okay, so you're hanging out with L, but eventually King meets up with y'all, or joins himself into the group, interjects himself. Okay. Was King wearing the face mask and stuff when you saw him? Was he already wearing that, or kind of tell me what he's wearing?
He comes with a blue jacket. Takes that off. But he has the blue jacket, white and black ski. But he got too hot, and I know he took off his jacket. I know he took off his
All right, you tell me.
jacket.
Okay.
He took off his jacket.
Okay. So he was or he wasn't wearing the mask?
He was. He kept that on the whole time.
Okay, so he walked up to you and L wearing that mask?
He walked up to me wearing the mask.
Okay. And he had a blue jacket on but took that off?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what color shirt or clothes was he wearing, do you remember? Okay.
I don't even know what kind of clothes I was wearing that day.
It's a lot to handle, right? A lot of stuff happening pretty quick.
Too quick.
Over a backpack? And an argument, maybe against about a mom?
I don't know, bro. To kill some for this to go for brother to crash out like that, I don't know. It could have been deeper. I don't know what was really what happened.
Well, I mean, let me ask you.
I want. Only thing I know is.
I know, but let me ask you this. Regardless of how deep it could have been, is the end the best result?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, there's absolutely nothing.
I don't even know how that got that far.
Okay, and this fourth person that you said was with you, do you know anything about this fourth person?
I don't never seen him before in my life. Never seen him.
Was he at Ocala place?
Or Pavilion Oaks. One of those two.
Did he walk up with y'all? He didn't. Okay. But you've never seen him before? Okay. Any, don't know nickname or nothing for this fourth guy? Okay. Any communication with him ever?
The day that we met, it was the same day that this all happened.
Okay, so you met him the same day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But so you haven't met him, and I'm sorry, you haven't talked to him on the phone or anything previously. You just met him on the day that it happened, and you guys all walked up to the store together. Okay. What was he wearing? Do you remember?
Black, red, white jacket, I think. That's all I can remember. I think it was a Adidas. I think that's all I can remember.
Okay. Black and red jacket. Okay. Are King and L good friends? Or seem like that?
It would have seemed like, I don't know.
Do you know where King lives?
No, sir.
When you're out at Ocala place, do you see him out there often? From time to time.
Yeah, I see him walking, I just walk.
Right.
Keep walking on.
You don't really jive with him? Okay. Do you know what happened to the ski mask or anything afterward? At any of the clothing?
Somebody told me that they got burnt.
Somebody told you, or you know?
I know.
Okay, so how do you know?
Because they burnt it right there.
Where's right there?
Right there.
Okay, who burnt it?
The lights came on, I think.
You're gonna have to help me out with that.
I don't know. That's the one I told you I never.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you're saying that he
Can,
burned the stuff for this King person?
not, yes.
Okay, I'm just.
I think you were talking about something else.
No,
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
You asked me did the lights came on burn it.
No. Okay, so I asked you if you knew what anybody did with clothing, right? What King or anybody did with their clothing. You said, I heard they burned it. I asked, did you hear that they burned it, or do you know that they burned it? You said, okay, so you know they burned it. You said you saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you see them?
You know, by that gate. This would be before I had jumped the wall. Because once you jump the wall, it's like everything. I can't see no. I'm not looking. I can't see it. So I had jumped the fence. And, you know, I was telling you how they came behind me, this and this. So I could physically see them from a distance burning.
So this seems to happen pretty quick then, right? I mean, by the time this happens, okay, at the store, you say you're running away, you're jumping over walls and running through fields and stuff, right?
No, the field was one of the very okay. I gotta explain it.
No, here's what I'm saying. After this happens, you run away, right? As you're running, you see people behind you running behind you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but you say they all split off. Everybody kind of goes their own direction. You go one way, these guys go their own separate way, right?
Yeah, you got the dude. You got the dude. Y'all probably already talked to him or something. He was up there at the store.
I talked to a lot of people at the store, so.
He had goats.
Okay.
He was at bruh. Actually no.
I guess when
Hold on,
I'm...
sometimes I have to replace stuff to myself.
No. You're...
Okay, so when I say, okay, when you ask me, we all go our different ways. We all split up, and next thing I know, that's what you're talking about. So, what you probably getting me wrong at was when we split up, I guess they had somehow because different ways to the same areas and
Right.
around there. So I guess they probably went different direction and end up right there where I was coming from. So I guess they was right there, and
Okay. So, did you physically see whoever it was lighting anything on fire?
the light skin one. I think it was the light skin one.
Okay. But you physically saw a person lighting...
Physically,
Okay. Yeah, you, like, with your own eyes, not that, like, hey, I saw
okay,
this.
so let's say I jumped the fence. I'm running. I'm looking back to make sure nobody's following me, but I see these two come out of the corner already trying to.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm looking. I'm like,
So who are these two?
so the dude with the ski mask and the light skinned dude. I don't know.
Okay. So you're saying King and the light-skinned guy, you see them...
Or white. I don't think sure. Light skinned, I think, or white.
lighting the mask on fire. Okay. Did they do that at Ocala Place? Did they do that near another apartment complex?
I don't know what the wall that I jumped is specifically in Ocala Place or the one next to it.
Okay.
So I want to say probably by
Okay.
the next.
Okay. All right. All right. I know this is a lot. Okay. I'm gonna get you something to eat because I understand you haven't eaten anything in a couple of days. Is that right? Okay. What do you want to eat?
My auntie said that she'll bring me McDonald's. Though.
Well, they had to leave, so I'll probably end up getting you McDonald's. What do you want from McDonald's?
Big Mac and a sweet tea.
Big Mac and a sweet tea. Okay. All right. Give me just a second, okay?
How's it going, man? Actually, hold on one second. Hey, man, how you doing? All right, listen, I'm gonna read you something real quick, and I'm gonna show you a photo lineup, all right? And I'm gonna let you look at it, okay? You understand? Yeah? All right. Let me read this to you real quick so you understand the instructions, though. In a moment, I'm going to show you a group of photographs. I do not know the suspect's identity in this case. The group of photographs may or may not contain a picture of the person who committed the crimes now being investigated. Certain physical appearance changes can occur with individuals, and photographs may not depict the true complexion of a person. It is just as important to exclude innocent persons from suspicion as it is to identify the perpetrator. You should not feel compelled to make an identification. This investigation will continue whether or not you identify a person in this lineup. If you are able to I'm sorry. If you are able to make an identification, please initial and date the photograph of the person you have identified and indicate your selection on this form. Do not discuss this with any other witnesses. The photographic lineup process. Does all that make sense to you? Okay. So, I'm going to give you this right here. Okay. I'm going to look that over. Oops, I'm sorry.
In motion?
Sorry?
Say in motion?
Which part you read at? Admonition? Right there? Is that where you're at?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's talking about these right here. Admonition form. Okay. All right, you're Cedrick Bowie, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here for you. Here's the photo lineup. When I come over here, all right, it says, I, Cedrick Bowie, have received a copy of the photographic lineup admonition instructions from a member of the Ocala Police Department, which is what you just read, right? So if that's true, and sign next to there.
So y'all got me as a witness,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all can
I'm not involved in this case. I don't even know what's going on, man. I'm just here to show you a photo lineup. All right, so keep the pen. Here's the photo lineup. Oh, oops, sorry. All right, I'm gonna step out and let you look at this all by yourself, okay? Whenever you're done, just knock on the door and I'll come back, okay?
I had a question.
Yes, sir.
So, everybody on here that did not do anything put innocent?
You can if you would like to, but make sure you write it clearly.
And what do you want me to put?
So if you're picking someone out that is a suspect, circle them, initial it. If you want to write innocent on the ones you think are innocent, then that's fine as well. However you would like to do it. Okay? I'll step back out. Let me know when you're done. Finished? Okay. All right. Let me slide over. Let me see what you have, so I can understand what you did here. So what does a check mark mean? This person.
This means straight. They good.
Okay, so
I
if you
don't
put
know
a check next to them, that means they're not involved.
Then
And if you put an X next to it, that means that's who you're picking that's involved. Okay. So how about this? So you have an X number next to number 4, right? Do me a favor, circle that and put your initials on there. Would it be helpful if I take those off for you? Does that make it easier?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is who you're saying is involved, and these other people are not. Okay. I have another photo lineup to show you, okay? Actually, let me finish this one. So, I'm going to put that you could positively identify the person that you chose is in the 4th position. All right. And then sign that saying that that's accurate. If
I
that's
don't know.
accurate.
I don't.
That's what you picked, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I put is that that's what you picked.
When you leave up out of here, you could ask that dude that was in here before he gave me Palay come back here,
Sure, absolutely.
and yes, it would help. Take
Okay.
it off to my head.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me take those off. I don't know, there's 2 photo lineups for you to do.
Anything you could loosen these after you're done?
We'll see what it looks like. Let's see. Is that a little better? And put it on the other side too, that might make it. That better? So. There you go. All right, so the same thing again. Do you need me to read you the instructions again, or do you remember them?
No.
Do you remember them? Okay. So, same thing again. I gotta give you this form that you already read. It's the same thing as the other one, but just gotta make sure I give that to you. You mind signing there stating that I gave it to you? Same thing as the last one.
First up.
You're fine. All right. Same thing. I'm gonna walk out and knock on the door when you're done. You can mark it however you want, but mainly if you see someone that you identified, the main thing is circle them and put your initials in there, okay? Got a nice handwriting. I didn't know they still taught cursive.
No, they didn't.
They didn't? You taught yourself? That's awesome. All right, buddy, I'll send it back in.
There you go.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I have a question.
Sure.
2 questions.
Yep.
My people not come back up here?
They left to go pick up some kids. She said she had to go pick up her kids.
I'm saying she coming back.
Do you need them to come back? Okay. I'll call and see what they're doing and go from there. Okay.
You can tell them that it's important too. Yeah, that's it.
Tell them it's important. Okay. Is there something specifically that's important?
It ain't not major.
Okay.
Just,
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask them to come up here. Go ahead and eat that, all right? And I'll try and give them a call, okay? You said you had 2 things. What was the second thing?
Oh, y'all have me up as a witness?
No. So how that goes is witnessing a crime, right? Okay, so you were there. So that's why we were having you do the photo lineups, okay?
So I am a witness.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent.
What do you mean by to an extent?
I mean, you witnessed it happen, but you were also involved, right?
No. Not in the murder. No, I wasn't.
Well, you were there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Your involvement had to take place with the robbery, correct? Okay. So that's your involvement, but you also witnessed the other stuff. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So I'll come back in here once you're done eating. We'll go over some of that more if you have more questions, okay? Let me try calling your people, see if they answer, okay?